with no worries. Look at that, I was more aggressive with that one, flew that one a lot closer. Right, we're on. Yes, pitching can be this easy. Short game should be easy, it should be fun. Today we're going to try and make that happen. And yes, short game can be as easy as I'm suggesting today. Before we start, please subscribe to the channel, it's free of charge. Also hit the bell notification and the thumbs up button, that gives you instant notifications of all my videos. So short game, it really is not as hard as we make it out to be. I did a video before about how Jordan Spieth makes his right side longer. So when Jordan's pitching, he gets a high right shoulder and feels as if he's on the downslope when he plays his shots. Then of course his angle of attack's very, very good, and he can pop the ball up in the air most times, or every time for Jordan. He's very, very, what's the word, regimental to his approach. Which suggests it's the same every time. So Jordan has a high right shoulder, this is how easy short game can be, and then he plays his shot and he gets the ball to pop up in the air every time. Up it pops, and then of course he gets the ball to check on landing. How do we get the right side stretched to make sure strike's good? Well, address position, take your address position. We want to feel as though the shoulders are more level. We don't want the right shoulder low, like a standard driver if you like. We want the right side to be longer than the left. So take your address position, from there take your left hand, run it down your left thigh and feel your right shoulder rise, and then from there take your grip. So now I've got much more level shoulders. My weight now favours the left side because I've pushed myself down there, and then from there there's a little secret we have to talk about. The little secret we're going to talk about is just here, in this little triangle here. That's the secret. Your golf club has grind on the back of it, so it's ground off in certain areas. I use this area, I don't know if you can see there, but I've actually filed a part of that away on the workbench in the pro shop, which is a reminder for me that that's the part of the golf club I'm using to interact the turf. Now if I get my shoulders level and use that part of the golf club, my angle of attack is going to be nice and shallow, although it'll feel steep because my weight's left, but the angle of attack's shallow, puts lots of loft on the golf club. Loft and speed creates spin and trajectory. Loft and speed creates spin and trajectory. Superb. So I take my address position here. We will do it down the line in just a second. There I am, left arm, down left leg. So now my right shoulder feels higher than the left, but there will be more level. I have the club sitting on that part of the grind. And then from there, as I come into impact, I feel as though I lift the handle up slightly, which forces that part of the golf club down into the ground. So the club shaft angle is more upright. The toe of the club, or that part of the grind, sticks into the ground. Patrick Reed's perfect at this as well. And then of course there's loads of loft, and the club will never dig in. We'll never chunk it, we'll never chili dip it, because we're using the grind correctly. Address position, left hand down, shoulders level. From there, back of the club strikes the ground. Angle of attack will then be shallow, like so, almost like I'm throwing the club away. So angle of attack is shallow, I'm set up as if it's steep, and then from there I'm just popping balls up into there all day long. That was good, it lipped out, but there is no proof. A second camera there would have been ideal to prove that shot, but you can see how close it is. So address position, normal address position, open the club slightly and lift it up onto its toe, so the heel is just a fraction off the ground. Open the face, the heel off the ground a fraction, so now it's sitting on this grind section, back there somewhere, like so. Left arm down, and then from there my shoulders now level. I feel much more level, I feel as I'm sitting more into my left side, and I maintain that as I take the club back. No weight transfer at all. Club comes back, and then from there, because I'm using the back of the golf club, it'll feel as though I'm doing this. So the back of the club strikes the ground. Now that there of course looks like a flip, but as the body turns through, feel the back of the club striking the ground. You can hear it bruising the turf. So that's why I'll never take a divot. Purely using the grind to bruise the turf. And strike's great. Here we go. Set up. Down there. There we go. Back of the club. I'm set myself up. Good, and from there. And that just checked up massively. Again, down left hand. Good, back of the club. Pops up every time. Checking up again. Left hand down, club set. Left hand on, shoulders level, and then using the back of the club, the grind to strike the ground. It's got a chance. Oh, these are spinning big time. Left hand down, there. Oh, look at that. So how quickly they stop, how easily it pops up into the air. Every strike's good. Left hand down, shoulders level. Throwing it away, back of the club or grind. Doing the job, that's a really good one. Go in. Too much spin. Again, you can hear the strike, you can feel the strike. How good it is. That's a chance. Oh, I'll get one of these. Last ball. Down. There we go. Throwing the club away is what it feels like, because I'm using the back of the club to interact with the turf. Oh, it kicked left. How's that possible? So I'm guessing this is why Mr. Spieth is so confident with his short game and so aggressive with the shot. He can really see how that checks up quickly. And again, so you can see how Jordan can just land this close to the hole, and Patrick Reed, with no worries. Look at that, I was more aggressive with that one, flew that one a lot closer, and no worries there of having bad strike, because they're using the grind of the club, using the toe end of the club, heel off the ground. Left hand down, shoulders level, heel off the ground, back of the club, interacting, kind of slid under that one. There you go. Oh, we're getting closer. That one there was a little bit more rotation of the body, which felt great. Down, back of the club interacting, heel off the ground. Again, loads of spin. And again, last ball, this one we need to hole. Here we go, we get the idea, level shoulders. Oh, it's good. Go on. Oh, ho, ho. These two weren't great. Can't have them all though. Oh. So there we go, thank you very much for watching. That just shows you how short game can be easy if we structure it the way Jordan does. As I mentioned at the start of this video, he's very regimental in his setup, making sure right side's higher than left. Running left hand down left thigh is going to ensure we get shoulders level. And it'll feel as though, remember feel and real are very different, it'll feel as though there's a lot more weight on the left side and the right shoulder is higher on the left, but they're probably more level. Also, the back of the golf club, so important, getting that grind to work for you. Choose that part of the golf club. As I mentioned, you can see how that marker pen is now washed off there, or marked itself off there, but you can see the part of the grind in which I have ground the golf club off, because that reminds me, when I take the club out of the golf bag, that's what I'm going to use. The angle of attack it'll feel steep because the shaft angle's upright, because the heel's off the ground, yet the angle of attack will be shallow because we throw it away a little bit, and that's what gives us loft, that's what gives us trajectory, and that's what adds the spin. And I'll see you in my next video.